Ain't it something I can give you in exchange for everything you give to me? Read my mind and it might feel just fine when I think my peace of mind is out of reach. With love so strong and unselfishly, said I made a vow. And I tell you now, I'm giving you the best that I got. Yes, God, that's a girl. I'm in here singing a little Nita Baker child because I got a date that's about to come over and I'm about to give him the best that I got. All right. That's why I got my red lipstick on. But speaking of giving them the best that they got, have you seen this last episode of Scandal? Baby, this last episode of Scandal was everything. This was the best episode of Scandal to date. And with that being said, honey, my hair is laid like giving y'all the best that I got, because that's exactly what Scandal did, okay? Quiet as it's kept. I think over the Christmas break, Shonda must have took her ass down there to them Revenge People trailers and stole some of their writers because they ain't been giving me what I needed since we got back from Christmas, okay? But that's a whole nother scandal. Child, last time we left off, Judge Cancer, old decrepit, I'm falling and I can't get up ass, in an effort to save her senile seat on the bench, she turned Huck in to Sally Langston. Okay, now she gonna come bring her old Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicaid card holding ass in Liv's office trying to confess and profess to her mess. Because she felt bad. Her conscience must have kicked in when that chemotherapy and radiation wore off, okay? She was like, I did it. I'm the one, I did something terrible. I turned Huck in to Sally. Liv looking like ain't this about her, but I have to deal with you later. And Judge Cancer, I hope they get Hollis to deal with you because you's a new kind of bitch. That was real wrong what you did, but we'll get on you later. Anyway, child, so they fast forward, honey. They got Huck down there to Guantanamo Bay, honey. Child, they had to beat him up so bad, it looked like he had to fell off the fiscal cliff. Girl, he was all beat up in the face, and they was waterboarding him. And David Rosson, he couldn't take it. David was watching and was saying, I'm still a lawyer. I'm still a U.S. prosecutor. I still work for the DA. Y'all can't be doing people like this. Okay, this is complete devastation to the nation. It's an atrocity. It shouldn't even be. Okay? And the people down to the Pentagon had got him together. They said, honey, let me tell you something, Miss Girl. You might got 40 credits in criminal justice, but what you study don't work here. You was no longer in the U.S. You was in the Pentagon. That girl said, she had done shut her mouth, honey, because she had done got intimidated by that man who had done read her rights. And she ain't the strongest. Or she ain't no Miss Cyrus, honey, because Miss Cyrus wouldn't have back down. So anyway, girl, they fast forward. We back to Liv house, honey. She in there about to have sex with Bill Cosby brother. And we get a knock, knock, knock. Stop knocking. Don't start knocking at my door. Yes, girl, honey, I thought it was the U.S. Postal Service. But, honey, it was the mail division of the Army. That's where they put all the gays. When all the gays go to the Army, they put them in the office, they put them in medical, and they put them in the postal division. So, girl, this queen came to the door, had an iPad, honey. She was old fancy queen, honey. The clipboard was too fancy for her. She came in there with a next generation iPad, and she said she had a letter for Bill Cosby brother, Senator Dixon, whatever his girl. I forgot what his squarehead name was. Anyway, Liv was looking like, I know this Negro ain't getting no packages down to my house. Okay, this is real presumptuous, honey. You real grown. Anyway, he signed for the letter. Long story short, honey. Child, President Fitz had done signed his letter, honey, that he needed to be reinstated in his powers because he had came to, yes, God, honey, like the woman LaBrusa place. Come on back. Come on back, Sia. He had done came on back. Yes, God. God said it may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. Just when Sally thought her ass was finna run this country in the ground, girl, President Fitz had done signed the letter. So, child, Millie had to put her jacket up. Put her jacket on. She stormed out the house. She running down to the hospital, down through security, honey, walking down the aisle. Cyrus is there to greet her, honey. Girl, we getting ready for this big old reconciliation. I'm thinking we're gonna have balloons and confetti and cupcakes, red velvet kind, okay, and check sodas and fruit punch, hot dogs, and Bozo the Clown with a DJ down to the hospital room. Girl, when we had gotten to the hospital room, Fitz was dead to the bed, okay? Dead as a doorknob. Child, I said, ooh. Then I thought, I said, nah, don't even, girl, maybe this man just sleep. I mean, he did just take a bullet to the head. Oh, excuse me, girl, I haven't got a little excited. He did just take a bullet to the head. Maybe he sleep. Child, long story short, quiet as it's kept. Millie ass had done forged the letter. I'm like, ain't this about it? Can we please fix one conspiracy before we get caught up in another? Liv looked at them like, honey, I don't want no parts in this. You don't took it too far, okay? But Millie and Cyrus had done reminded her, honey, I already done did it, and you part of this, so you gonna have to stay part of it, okay? Now, child, she's sitting down, she nervous, don't know what to do. Now, don't forget, Judge Cancer had done called an emergency meeting of the Illuminati, and they was all sitting at the table, and they was like, but they didn't tell Hollis. She said Hollis got a burnout phone. So, girl, they had Abby had done snuck down at Hollis' office and got the phone number out the burnout phone, and they had it. Now, remind them, keep that to yourself. So, girl, they fast forward, they down there whooping her ass, okay, whooping the dog shit out of her. He down there hollering, he won't budge. David Rawson saw what was going on. He was like, okay, finally, he was like, Huck said, I'll talk, but I want the people behind the gate to listen. I want them to hear what I got to say, because this finna be real profound. I'm about to give y'all some Nikki Giovanni teas. Pretty women, no, I'm just playing. Anyway, so, David Rawson and them come in the room, child. Huck says, is the president alive? He says, yes. Huck says, well, he's still in danger. Baby, that was enough to convict David Rawson in his soul, and he stormed down to Kerry Washington's office to tell her who had Huck. Baby, that's all she needed to know. Liv had done picked up that phone. She got Tyler Perry and Oprah on the phone. Girl, that thing went to commercial break, and when they came back, honey, David Rawson was delivering a letter to get Huck down out of Guantanamo Bay. Yes, Guantanamera, Wahila, Guantanamera. Huck was released, okay? When he got out of jail, honey, Liv said, come on. Are you okay? He said, honey, we don't have time for that. She's still finna try to get him. Okay, girl, now peep these teas. All this time, Sally wasn't confused, honey. Sally say she ain't no spring chicken and she wasn't born last night. Her and Hollis was on to the fact that somebody forged that letter. Okay, so she was calling down there trying to speak to the president. Olivia Pope, she spring into action. She pulling all kind of stunts and shows and favors. Called Oprah, Wendy Williams, and all of them, because they trying to hide what's going on. Girl, it was just so much. But I'm going to get to the end, child. Long story short, they was like, okay, we're going to move him because he has not come to. And this man might die, and if he die, we all going to prison, so we need to buy us some time. Okay, Hollis had done told Sally he ain't got time for this. I'ma handle this. I said, okay, this girl finna try to kill the president again. Sure as shit stay, he had done called that number from that burnout phone, and it was Becky ass. Okay. Had done gave him the news. Girl, we get down to the very end, honey. We see Becky on the roof setting up her sniper gun as they get ready to transport the president. Girl, Becky's phone had done rang from her back pocket. She said, hello. Huck said, hi, Becky. That bitch had done turned around, bitch. She was gagged. Huck had done gooped her ass, okay? I thought he was finna shoot her ass in the head. That's what I thought he should have did, but he didn't. The Secret Service them was all there, and they was there to get her, and Huck really did love her. It was another sad love song because she was like, how my real name is Kate. Now, catch these teas now. So I'm like, whew. But they don't brought us some time to the next episode. Girl, just as we think the episode about to go off, bitch, Miss Cyrus' phone had done rang, bitch. Fitz had done woke up in the bed. Yes, God, honey. Yes, we was all rejoicing. It was happy. He had done brought a little tear to my eye. Now catch these teas. In the midst of all this going on, Miss Cyrus' old messy ass Barbara Walters wannabe boyfriend was still digging and prying and looking up stuff. See, he messy. And I got a feeling that he gonna get knocked off. He went and visited the little black baby. I thought that was Shonda Rhimes in the thing that was playing the nurse. I was like, look how Shonda done incorporated herself in the story. But I had looked again. That wasn't her, honey. That wasn't her. That looked more like the Pine Saw lady and not Shonda. Anyway, girl, this episode was the best episode of Scandal. Today, they got me. I am rocking and I am riding with Scandal. Yes, God, honey, I'm going up. Girl, I'm so sorry I didn't call you last week. I was busy. I was out filming, working, flying, Tootsie rolling, and everything else. But that's all right, honey, because I got to go. Because I told you I'm about to give somebody the best that I got while I got my red lipstick on. Anyway, girl, Scandal, keep giving us the best that y'all got because we love it. And I'll call you later, girl. Bye.